Hello everybody, thanks for checking us out. I'd like to begin by first and foremost saying thank you to Brunell Hooker, the founder and owner of the Milwaukee Aces, for this great opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited for this opportunity to work with our Milwaukee women in sports here in the Milwaukee City. I want to start out a little bit by talking about who am I? Who is Micheal Hicks? Well, first and foremost, Micheal Hicks is a person that grew up in the town of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, with my mother. Single household. In addition to that, my whole basketball career stemmed from coaches and teachers just developing and working with me, and bringing me out who I am today. My playing career started out at Sheboygan Lutheran High School, which I was a 2-year letter winner on the basketball team. So I like to say that I started the foundation and fingerprint of Sheboygan Lutheran before Sam Decker. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. There I went on to play at Concordia University, at which time I played there for 3 years. In addition to that, then I got into my coaching career. With that, my coaching career began at Dominican High School, where I was there for 5 years. Then I did some basketball over at coaching opportunities at Greenfield High School, where at one point we were ranked, I think, 9th in the state. Backtracking a little bit, when we were at Dominican, and we won 2 state championships being on Waukesha staff. In addition to that, I coached at Waukesha Technical College for a year to 2 years. Then they folded the program, and then I was also an assistant over at Concordia University. As of right now, the past 3 years that I've been at Messmer High School. Messmer High School, I've coached the girls basketball team now for, this will be my third year. In addition to that, I'm a physical education teacher. I teach health at the high school level. I've been teaching inner city youth now for about 13 years. But if we want to, in depth, get a little bit more thorough as far as who I am personally, one thing I like to say is I'm a father. I'm a father to my beautiful daughter, Nola Pearl. She's my world. She's my life. I wake up every morning and know that I have to be the best father and role model. With that, I'd like to say I'm a transparent individual. I believe that faith is very important. I'm a member of a church that not only do I practice my faith just on Sundays, but I also practice it every single day. I have served in many roles throughout my tenure in the education system. I have served as an athletic director. I have served as a teacher. I have served as an administrator, and I've also served as a personal trainer and basketball coach from the little ones all the way up through college. And now with this opportunity, I'm so excited to be here, because this is an opportunity that I've wanted for a long time, to further my career. And with the help of Brunell and the Milwaukee Aces, I'm super excited to be part of that. One thing about me, I'm a complete straight shooter. I don't sugarcoat much. I tell you exactly how it is. Some people like it, some people don't. But one thing I can honestly say is I'm honest. I'm trustworthy. I really believe in high expectations, and that's something that I'm going to bring here with the Milwaukee Aces. Little thing about what I want for our upcoming season. Gosh, we can talk about so many things, but I kind of narrow it down to several things. I think in order for us to be successful and get the championship that the Milwaukee Aces deserve, I think one, which is we basketball-wise, I got to develop a family. I think we got to build a cohesive togetherness family, and that's one of my biggest concerns. But if we're talking just basketball, I think first of all we're going to start out being a great defensive team. I think in addition to that, we're going to be a great team rebounding team. We're gonna have a great half-court offense, because I think we have to be a great half-court offense, because if we don't, well, first and foremost, we got to take high percentage shots inside the lane. That's a big thing that we're going to definitely do. I think one of the intangibles that I like to say is we're going to win a championship for the GWBA while I'm here. I will work my hardest. I will continue to put forth the efforts. I know what it takes to be successful. I know it takes hard work. I know it takes grit. And those are some things that we're definitely going to bring here with my coaching staff. I think we talk about 2 to 3 things that I would really like to work on with our team and our players, I got to get to know them. I got to definitely get to know them. I got to get to know their personalities. I got to know what makes them click. In fact, I'm going to have something that I did right here. I did for exactly this video. It talks about who am I, and it's kind of a figure of a cross, and it kind of outlines. There's just some adjectives in there that describes who Micheal Hicks is. I think that's an important thing to do, and I will do that with my ladies as well. I got to get to know them. I think building personal relationships is almost one of the personal things, because being in the professional system, they're going to juggle jobs, they're going to juggle life, they're going to maybe have additional roles, things that they have to. So it's my job to get to know them with their strengths and their weaknesses. I think, again, talking about building relationships, I want our girls that are part of the Milwaukee Aces program to not just be Milwaukee Aces, but to go on and develop. I want them to be WNBA players. I want them to play overseas. With the credibility that we bring as a staff with the Milwaukee Aces, that's all going to build and enhance the Milwaukee Aces program. And I think what ultimately is important is just being able to measure team goals. We will measure team goals in giving out rewards to people that work hard. I think that's a really important aspect to building a quality program. We're gonna work our hardest to bring a championship here to Milwaukee. I was excited. Nervous energy. I wouldn't say not nervous energy, but just the opportunity. I've been following the Milwaukee Aces ever since they've been established, and what Burnell Hooker brings to the city of Milwaukee and what she does for women's sports in general and just women is just incredible. And to get the opportunity that I have received is something that doesn't go unheard of, meaning that I'm going to continue to work hard as she works. I think those are something that's really important. But super excited for this opportunity. I couldn't be more excited for being part of the Milwaukee Aces program. I am in the process of working with my staff, working to get a staff together. I'm primarily right now underneath a contract at the level where I'm at right now, coaching. I want to take care of that, but it is in the works. I will continue to work with that. I plan to bring on staff members, including managers, etc., to move forward. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great question. I think ultimately, again, it's building relationships with our women. I got to get to know them. There's going to be accountability. Accountability is a big one for me. We're going to be able to respect ourselves and others. We're going to take responsibility. We're going to develop loyalty to one another. We're going to learn to be a good communicator, because ultimately, I think that's one of the most important things, especially for any future position that you want. We're going to learn how to discipline ourselves. I shouldn't be the one disciplining. We're going to work hard. In addition to that, we're going to put the team before ourselves. Something that we definitely need to work on. We're going to make winning an attitude. I think that's really important. And we're going to compete. I think that's the most thing. And I think change, something that I want to resonate with our women, is a must. I think that's really important. And just to be able to handle success like we would handle failure. I got to get a staff. I think that's one of the most important things. Before we get our tryout dates solidified, I got to make sure I got a staff in place. After that, we will obviously hold tryouts, and then we'll develop and figure out who our team is going to be based on talent, etc. And I think that's probably the most important thing. And then once we have our team established based off of skill, I need to get to know them. I'm going to have a 10-minute conversation, which is basically going to be an interview on top of the tryout, because I think that's important, because I need to know their character. I need to know who they're part of, because I know Burnell Hooker, the owner of the Milwaukee Aces, she brings great character to Milwaukee Aces, and if we're going to have a brand that continues that, our players got to do the same thing.